What is up, everybody? It's your boy Roldan, and let me tell you, I'm so hyped for this video. We're talking about the top 10 scariest places on Earth, like places that'll make you sleep with the lights on for a week straight. We're talking creepy dolls, haunted forests, and ghost towns. If you're a scaredy cat like me, you might want to grab a friend or 10 to watch this with. But hey, if we're being honest, you're probably gonna watch the whole thing anyway, right? Let's do it. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our spooky adventures. Alright, first up, we're heading straight to Paris, but we're not talking about the Eiffel Tower or croissants, no sir. We're going underground, deep down into the catacombs. Imagine walking through tunnels, but instead of walls, it's just bones, like millions of bones. Skulls stacked on top of each other, femurs lined up like fences. It's straight out of a horror movie, but it's real. They say over 6 million people are buried down there. Can you imagine the stories those bones could tell? I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Next, we're hopping on a plane to Mexico, a country rich in culture, history, and some of the most spine-chilling legends you'll ever hear. Our destination, Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of the Dolls. Now, I know what you're thinking, dolls, that's not scary, Roldan. But hold on, because this isn't your typical toy store. Oh, but these aren't your average Barbie dolls. We're talking creepy, decaying dolls that look like they've been through a horror movie set. Dolls with missing limbs, blank, soulless eyes that seem to follow you wherever you go. And if that's not enough to give you the chills, imagine these dolls hanging from trees all over the island. The story goes, a little girl drowned there, and the dolls are possessed by her spirit. People say they see the dolls move their heads, their limbs. Some even whisper. Imagine walking through this eerie landscape at night with the moon casting shadows that make the dolls look even more lifelike. I don't know about you, but I'm never looking at a doll the same way again. The island is a testament to the power of local legends and the human imagination. It's a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, leaving you questioning what you just experienced. Some visitors have reported feeling an eerie presence, as if they were being watched by unseen eyes. Others claim to have heard faint giggles and whispers, adding to the island's haunting atmosphere. Despite its creepy reputation, the Island of the Dolls attracts thousands of tourists each year, all eager to experience its unsettling charm. Whether you're a thrill seeker or a skeptic, this place will leave an indelible mark on your psyche. As the sun sets and the shadows grow longer, the island takes on an even more sinister appearance. It's a place where the past and present collide, where every rustle of the wind and creak of a branch can send shivers down your spine. So, if you ever find yourself in Mexico, dare to visit the Island of the Dolls. But be warned, it's an experience that will haunt your dreams long after you've left. Okay, this next one is seriously eerie. It's the Aokigahara forest in Japan, also known as the Suicide Forest. It's this dense, dark forest at the base of Mount Fuji, and it has a really sad and unsettling history. People go there to, well, the energy there is said to be super heavy, super sad. Some people say they've seen shadows, heard voices, felt like they were being watched. It's a place that reminds you of the fragility of life, you know? Chapter 4. The Stanley Hotel. The Shining is real. Alright, we're heading back to the US for this one, to a place you might recognize, the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. Ever seen The Shining? Yeah, this hotel was Stephen King's inspiration for that terrifying story. The eerie atmosphere and isolated location provided the perfect setting for his horror masterpiece. People say the place is crawling with ghosts. It's not just a rumor. Many guests and staff have reported strange occurrences over the years. Guests have reported seeing apparitions, hearing phantom piano music, and even feeling cold spots. Imagine walking down a hallway and suddenly feeling a chill run down your spine. These cold spots are often associated with paranormal activity, making the experience even more unsettling. Some rooms are said to be more haunted than others, like room 217. This room is infamous for its ghostly encounters. It's also the room where Stephen King himself stayed. His stay here was so impactful that it inspired him to write The Shining. Imagine being in the same room where King conceived one of the most terrifying stories ever written. I'm not sure I'd be brave enough to spend the night there, would you? The hotel even offers ghost tours for those brave enough to explore its haunted history. These tours take you through the most haunted spots in the hotel, sharing spine-chilling stories and eerie experiences. One of the most haunted areas is the ballroom, where guests have reported seeing ghostly figures dancing and hearing unexplained noises. Even the staff have their own ghost stories to tell. From mysterious footsteps to objects moving on their own, the tales are endless. So, if you're ever in Colorado and looking for a thrill, the Stanley Hotel is a must-visit. Just be prepared for a night of ghostly encounters and spine-tingling experiences. Chapter 5. A Poveglia Island, abandoned asylum of horrors. This next one is seriously messed up. We're talking about Poveglia Island in Italy. This tiny island near Venice has a dark and twisted past. It was a quarantine zone for people with the plague and later, a mental asylum. Can you imagine the suffering that went on there? People say the island is haunted by the souls who died there, and honestly, I believe it. It's even illegal to visit. I guess some places are just too haunted, even for a curious dude like me. The Tower of London. Royals, beheadings, and ghosts. All right, we're crossing the pond again, this time to England, to the infamous Tower of London. This place has seen it all. Executions, imprisonment, torture. It's like a history book, but soaked in blood. Anne Boleyn, one of King Henry VIII's wives, was beheaded there. People say they've seen her ghost wandering the tower, still searching for her lost head. And she's not the only one. The Tower of London is said to be one of the most haunted places in England. Back to the US, we're heading south to Louisiana to a plantation with a spooky past, the Myrtles Plantation. This place is said to be built on an ancient Indian burial ground, and let me tell you, it's got some serious ghost stories. People say they've seen the ghost of a former slave, Chloe, who was murdered there. Others have reported seeing children playing on the grounds, even though there are no children living there. It's enough to make you want to sleep with one eye open. This next one is in Lithuania, the Hill of Crosses. Imagine a hill, but instead of grass and trees, it's covered in crosses, like thousands and thousands of crosses, all placed there by pilgrims. It's a powerful sight, but also pretty eerie. The sheer number of crosses is overwhelming, and you can't help but wonder about the stories behind them. People say the hill is haunted by the spirits of those who died defending their faith. It's a place of both hope and sorrow, and definitely a little bit spooky. All right, back to England for this one, to a place called the Ancient Ram Inn. This inn dates back to the 12th century, and let me tell you, it's seen some things. It's built on an ancient pagan burial ground, which is never a good sign. Guests have reported all sorts of paranormal activity. Objects moving on their own, disembodied voices, and even full-bodied apparitions. They say the inn is home to numerous spirits, including a witch who was burned at the stake. I don't know about you, but I'm not checking in without a serious supply of holy water. Last but not least, we're ending our journey in Romania, in the heart of Transylvania. And no, we're not talking about Dracula's castle, although that would be pretty scary too. We're talking about the Hoia Baciu forest, also known as the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. This forest is shrouded in mystery and legend. People have reported UFO sightings, strange disappearances, and all sorts of unexplained phenomena. Some say it's a portal to another dimension. Others say it's home to powerful energy vortexes. Whatever the truth may be, the Hoia Baciu forest is a place that will send chills down your spine. Dude, I am seriously creeped out right now. I mean, did you see the look on my face? That haunted house was no joke. The atmosphere, the sounds, everything was just so eerie. Just thinking about all those places, all those stories, it sends shivers down my spine. Each location has its own dark history, its own chilling tales that make you question reality. It's enough to make you want to stay inside forever. Imagine living in one of those places, hearing strange noises at night, feeling a cold breeze when there's no window open. It's like a scene straight out of a horror movie. But hey, at least we're safe here, right? I mean, our homes are our sanctuaries, places where we should feel secure. But after seeing all that, even the safest place can feel a bit unsettling. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this terrifying trip around the world. From haunted castles to ghost towns, we've seen it all. Each place has its own unique story, its own spine-chilling legend. Let me know in the comments which place freaked you out the most, and why. Was it the haunted forest with its ghostly apparitions? Or maybe the abandoned asylum with its dark past? And if you'd ever be brave enough to visit any of them, would you dare to spend a night in a haunted hotel or explore an abandoned building with a history of paranormal activity? As for me, I'm going to go watch some cartoons and try to forget about all this spooky stuff. Sometimes you just need a little bit of light-hearted fun to balance out the fear and try to forget about all this spooky stuff. Peace out. It's been a wild ride, but now it's time to relax and unwind. Thanks for joining us on this spine-chilling journey. It's always more fun to explore the unknown with friends, even if it's just through a screen. If you dare visit these places yourself and experience the thrill firsthand, there's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush of a real-life ghost hunt. But don't say we didn't warn you. These places are not for the faint of heart. Stay safe and happy haunting.